Want at 660 yards.
Un petit roux, oui. Alors, on va essayer. Bien, essayer, comme la dernière vidéo que j'ai faite, on va essayer de taper les moins 30.
That's a ginormous tee shot.
This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but it is well on the cards.
Oh, voyons direct.
I like the looks of this one.
Direct peut-être pour l'Albatros. Et non.
For a big swing in momentum with an eagle coming up. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Now, this is a good sign.
Comme je dis à chaque fois, c'est dommage.
On to the second hole, par 3 of 225 yards. Good hole, Frank.
It certainly is, and the two bunkers, one left and one right, they remind you where not to go, but they don't really encroach on the green. So stay with a positive attitude on that tee, and you'll find that green is plenty big enough.
Vous voyez, là, c'est touché le poteau. Vous voyez, deuxième trou, encore pas de chance.
So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. This is a 19-foot putt.
Donc, 12, 13, 14, 15, ça fait 5, 5. On va laisser 5, 7.
Yeah, he's going to love that one, Frank. Sensational effort.
Oh, just eat that up.
We're at the third hole now at the Wetlands. It's a par 4, 460 yards. Frank, you watched the Web.com Tour event down here, and what'd you see when the young Bombers came to this hole?
Oh, this is a hole they just love, Rich. You know, it's flat, it's long, and it's straight, so they just tee it up, aim it straight at the green, hit it as hard as they can. And some of these guys were just going in with an 8 or a 9 iron. It's quite amazing. And, of course, when you go with an 8 or a 9 iron to this hole, you look at 3 more often than not. He needs a sort of miracle putt.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
32. Ça fait 15-2. Ouais, 15,2. Non, ça va être pas mal. On va faire 15-1.
Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Wow, check this out, Frank. Par 3 fourth, 250 yards. This is a really cool hole.
It is. You tee off and that tee shot right across the swampland into a crescent-shaped green. And, of course, it is protected by that bunker that just cuts in. It doesn't give you very much depth on that middle line of the green. So if the pin's in the middle, that's when the hole plays its most difficult.
Superb shot.
That's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Playing some outstanding golf right now. That's another birdie and 5 under par. Good look now at the 5th hole here at the Wetlands. Par 5, and it's a good one. 635 yards.
La catastrophe, hein, si je tire là, je crois que je suis mal barré. Donc on va se décaler là. Hop là. Hop. J'espère que ça va pas toucher. Et ça va toucher, ça passe.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Ah, il y a oui, il a des proches qui vont me rejoindre. À mon avis, vous n'allez pas l'entendre.
Now to 7.
Ça va, oui, mais ça va, quoi.
Onto the par 4 sixth here at the wetlands. Frank, how does that water factor into the way you play this hole?
It bisects this fairway beautifully, Rich. 233 yards to the run out on the first section of fairway. And that might be worth considering for the short hitters. To try and flash it across the narrowest, the more horsepower you got, actually the easier this tee shot becomes.
Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Continuing to play well, a birdie.
Le deuxième trou, le trou numéro 3, elle frappe le
Here's
poteau.
another scoring opportunity, Frank, a par 5. The seventh is just a shade under 600 yards.
And it bends gently to the left, Rich. Longer hitters can obviously get home, and nothing really to be worrying about with that second shot if you can reach. The wetlands are well to the right of this hole for the second shot. But if you want to play to the three-shotter, then that's a very safe, conservative way. It really shouldn't cause you any problems whatsoever.
Wow, smoke that tee shot.
C'est lagunaGTcoupeeee.
Looking to keep it going here, Frank.
Yeah, another example of things just working as they should.
Ah, regarde, en direct. Oh, elle est belle, celle-là. Allez, allez. Oh non, c'est pas possible. Je suis dégoûté.
What a great shot. Right next to the hole. It's about 5 feet. Frank, how rare would this be if this putt drops?
Well, this is I'd like to say once in a lifetime, but on the odd occasion we do see back-to-back winners. It certainly is something to watch.
C'est horrible.
Eighth hole here at the wetlands, par 3, 203 yards. You like this hole, Frank?
I do actually, but you have to have a little look at your yardage book because that front bunker will make this hole look a little shorter to the eye than actually what it plays. Green gets a little narrow as it gets deeper, but flat. And, well, I wouldn't say easy. 3 here.
Oh, elle touche le poteau encore, mais c'est pas possible.
Try up next. 28 feet from the cup.
Encore une fois. Oh, c'est pas possible, c'est pas possible, c'est pas possible. Eh, mais si, c'est possible. Le terrain, il fait quoi? Ça descend, ça monte, ça fait quoi? Ah, d'accord, faut que je réduise. Alors, 11, 12, 13, ça fait 8, 3. 8-3.
Frank, he might like this one. He might.
Oui.
And he has it, Frank.
Joli.
I don't believe it.
The ninth hole, Frank, is a muscular par 5, 621 yards.
You see why length is a huge advantage of this golf course, just under 7,700 yards. This hole here, another example, good tee shot, perhaps think of going for the par 5 and 2, but a great collection of 3 bunkers that sort of annoy you with your layup there. Make sure you avoid all of those to leave yourself a nice little wedge shot in here if you can't reach it in 2.
That one came right off the meat of the bat. He really laid into that.
More than got a piece of that.
On va essayer de rentrer une directe. Je ne promets rien, on va essayer.
Here's to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. And that is classy.
High chance of going in.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. And it is down for an eagle.
Mais ça va, c'est une belle partie, franchement. Une belle partie.
Setting up to
déjà
start
moins
the back
14.
9 here. And if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank Hill be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
Ah, encore en direct, vous voyez.
Right
Voilà,
off the center
en
of the
direct.
club face. This has a chance to be
Est-ce
close.
que ça rentre ou pas?
Oui, it's gone.
All in one. Voilà, en direct. Enfin, le mérite.
That,
mérite.
folks, is a hole in one. Wow. Par 411, Frank, we're looking at 443 yards.
Le par 3, je le mets en
The
1.
Wetlands Golf Course is a really good driving course. This is another example here, Rich, where the fairway's just wide enough to reward a good tee shot, and then those 2 bunkers don't really come into play. But Wetlands becomes very difficult when you just start to stray a little bit off the fairway. Then you start to see why those bunkers are put there.
I mean, that is a sight to behold.
Là, tu
What
vas
a
voir au ralenti, tu vois.
spectacular shot we just saw on the par 4 with a drive in 1.
Bah là, l'approche a été directement dedans, je peux pas mieux faire. Oh, je passe complètement à côté là.
Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. He'll have 17 feet on this putt.
As they say, 300-yard drive, one shot.
Et en plus en direct.
It's a short one, also one shot.
Yeah, that's painful.
Il est magnifique.
Always love to hear the sound of the bottom of the cup. Stepping up to the tee at the first par 5 on this back nine. It's the 12th, and it is 576 yards.
Yeah, this hole bends to the right, opposite direction to what 11 does. A good tee shot, and you can actually think about reaching this par 5 and 2, but anything around the front or front left, still going to leave a relatively simple pitch shot. So when you stand on that tee, think of birdie at least here.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Moi? Moins 30. Oh, je suis en... Ouais, enfin en direct, mais non, je sais pas...
Couldn't have done much better than that. An eagle is very possible.
C'est pas possible.
And getting ready for the putt.
C'est pas
Just an
possible.
amazing
Non, elle est
display.
passée à
The records continue to fall.
qu'elle est passée. Et là, je faisais l'albatros.
Here we go at the par 4 13th, 452 yards. What's the best angle of attack?
And the straight line really is the best way here, like a lot of holes on the golf course. But straight, as we know, is not often easy. Fairway does start to widen up the further out there you get it.
Quand tu vois,
So for the longer hitters, this hole
et
actually plays
après,
relatively easy. For the shorter hitters, in that narrow area, that'll leave you a lengthy second shot where you just might have to bisect the two front greenside bunkers.
Ou réduire. Sinon, si tu réduis pas au quoi que ce soit tu vas attraper trop court, ou soit tu vas être trop long.
Oh my goodness, that is on in one. Wow, what an incredible shot. Frank, it's one thing to jumpstart your round. This would ignite the round.
Yeah, you don't normally see two par 5s back to back, so the chances of having consecutive eagles is so rare.
Je vais faire trop.
More hope and determination in that putt.
This for birdie.
Continues
to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. 14th hole here at the Wetlands, a dangerous par 3, comes in at 204 yards. There's some trouble out there.
And this is where you have to readjust your focus. If you start looking right or left of this green, you see all the problems that could come in and prevail. Instead, just look at that front bunker. Try and fly your tee shot over that, somewhere around the front edge of the green, maybe 3 or 4 yards on, and then the hole becomes that much easier.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there, the easiest of birdies coming up.
He is on a roll right now. The last par 5 on this golf course is the 15th. It's 590 yards. You think, Frank, this is the time to be aggressive?
Certainly is. Longer hitters must be licking their chops on this par 5. 300-plus yard tee shot, you can definitely get home. Shorter hitters, just set it up for a nice wedge shot. But if you are going to go at this par 5 and 2, well protected by those 3 bunkers.
N'hésitez pas à liker.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Des jolis coups, des belles approches, des jolis
view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green.
Oui. Quand tu fais ton swing, ouais.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's...
Mais c'est pas possible.
What an outstanding shot that was.
J'ai pas de chance. You got the right result too. It's just a tapping.
En réalité, tu gères avec la flèche du haut, la flèche du bas. Si tu dois monter ou descendre, les chiffres, Et puis ensuite, avec le joystick,
Moving to the
on voit
16th
peut-être
hole
que
here
le
at the
faire avec les
wetlands,
touches,
where the
quand tu
55
veux
yard
descendre
par
de fer,
4, you can see,
c'est la
Frank,
touche
that
L2.
green is
Et
heavily
quand tu veux
guarded.
monter de fer,
And consequently,
tu
you're
appuies
really
sur
going
la
to have to
touche
judge that
R2. Tu
second
vois, là,
shot.
regarde, si
Know
si
your
j'appuie sur la
yardage,
touche, regarde, je vais
but
descendre
also
de fer.
good
tu vois, regarde.
strikes required
Et
to
là, si je rappuie, hop,
safely
je
keep
monte
the
de fer,
ball on
je
the
monte de
putting
fer, voilà.
surface.
Ah, tu me verras, je l'ai fait vite fait, tu verras. Comme là, tu vois, je fais... Autre numéro 16.
That was a solid strike and a good result.
Ils sont
You
super
don't want to let
bons,
this one
franchement,
get
super
away.
bons.
This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Des trous en main, des albatros, des birdies. Le trou en main, il est magnifique, hein, quand même. Tu l'as vu, là. Il est bien.
Here we go at the 17th.
Il est
It's a
magnifique,
par
hein.
3, and it takes one good strike. That's what you like about par 3s of this length,
Avec le
Frank.
ralenti en plus.
238 yards.
Franchement.
Can't fake it here.
Avec le bon
Certainly
ralenti,
can't,
c'est
and that
nickel.
green just shapes a little bit to the player's
essayer de le
right.
refaire.
So the best shot to hit in here would be a little
Et ben
broad.
voilà, le ralenti.
There's also the
Allez,
avenue
allez,
provided by
allez.
those two bunkers. One short
Peut-être la
left
deuxième en
and one
direct.
back right.
Oh non! Elle tombe dans le trou, elle ressort, elle s'arrête au bord du trou. C'est abusé.
Nudge this one home. Finish it up.
Tu regarderas le trou numéro 17. Le 17, franchement, elle tombe dans le trou, elle ressort, elle s'arrête au bord.
Well, this is it, Frank. The 18th hole.
Ah, il y a la voiture à
On paper, it looks
Willy
like
au
you
trou
get
numéro
this one.
17,
You can
vous allez
make a
voir,
birdie
elle est
because
tombée
it's
dans l'eau.
only 377 yards.
You're exactly right, Rich. Just a nice drive. Doesn't even have to be a driver here. It's going to set you up really short iron wedge into this short par 4. And well, I always like to finish on a birdie. I know you do too, because a little walk to the clubhouse there on the left, maybe a hot dog or a hamburger.
Struck that one pure, about 8 feet away. Beautifully done. These putts keep the round together.
Je fais pas les moins 30, hein, comme promis. Mais non, je vais faire moins 27. Voilà, moins 27.
Frank, a lot to like in this performance today.
Oh, it is. There's so many positives to take out of this round. Not just the possibility to win this
Bon,
week,
j'espère que la
but
vidéo vous a
going
plu.
forward.
Les jolies
This
vannes,
is
etc.
great golf.
Les albatros, c'était
You
bien.
would hold up
Tout ce qui
against
sortit.
anybody right
Bon, il y a
now.
une petite tache sur la carte. Hein. Vous voyez, hein. Trou numéro 12. Oh non, 11. À part. Voilà. Voilà, n'hésitez pas à liker si vous avez aimé, franchement. Moi j'ai aimé personnellement, franchement. J'ai fait une belle partie. Allez, petit coup les loups, ciao ciao.